Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new reaction video. This time it is Charlie Puth's brand new album, either today or yesterday. Not really sure exactly when it came out. This is Whatever's Clever. Um, Last reaction video was Arirang by BTS, and that video did surprisingly well for us. A little bit more in terms of views and likes and comments and such than we would normally expect. I didn't expect the video to do that well. And here we are about a week later, and a brand new album from another great artist is just released. We're going to do this album's 12 songs. It says it's about 38 minutes, so this shouldn't be too long of a review. Full disclosure, I have already heard Changes and Beat Yourself Up. Because these were pre-releases, I'm pretty sure. These were singles, if I remember correctly. So that won't be like raw original reaction. However, I must say, Charlie is one of the greatest musicians of this generation. Like, undoubtedly fantastic musical mind. That doesn't necessarily mean that I think he's one of the best artists, even though I think he's a really good artist, but just musically, like, he's incredible, right? So we're going to be going through this album, breaking down a little bit of the musical side as best as we can. I am going to roll these first two songs, maybe not all the way through, maybe we'll just get some of the way since we've already heard these. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into this. Changes by Charlie Puth.
When we were younger, we would share our fears. Now we're afraid of being mocked. I still can hear you through all of the silence. Do you need any help calling like I did? There's been some changes in our life.
Oh, it hits so hard. Like the stop motion music video is so cool. The accurately animated walking piano.
You make of it. There's been some changes in our life. I can feel the distance, space and time. Made everything different, day and night. Oh, everything has changed. I don't know why. There's been some changes in our life. I can feel the distance, space and time. Made everything different.
Wow. Okay. I mean, listen, this is like my third time hearing that song already. But this is what I'll say about it. We knew exactly what we were getting. Is that the only? No, there's actually another music video on this album. Okay. Love the animation on that. That was pretty gorgeous. We knew what we were getting. I said this with BTS as well. Like world class artist, new album, opening track. You know what you're getting, right? Um, man, some of the like just pure harmony in that is just mind blowing with the headphones on. I would greatly encourage you listen to this with headphones. Like it's going to be a whole new experience, especially with an artist like Charlie Puth. So yeah, this is a great song. Not much shock factor because this has been on the radio rotation, but yeah, this is a real strong intro. I will say that. And then I've already heard Beat Yourself Up as well, but I was like, I'm only gonna play a little bit of these songs. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's just so good. We can't really manage that. So
Since you were a boy, you took the weight of the world and held on to it till you fell to the ground like you had no choice. You did it for your little girl, so she would never feel the way you do now. I know it gets so hard, and it always seems to go on. But it's okay, please don't beat yourself up or whatever you do, 'cause that doesn't do nothing but just break you too. Please don't beat yourself up. Know you made some mistakes, but you know it means something when you live one more day. When you're 17 and you're feeling so bold and
so much
realize you
going on
gotta
for
do
the year
what
here.
you're told. Now you're 23 and you're only worth what you sold. But my mother said some things are worth more than gold. I feel it now, and it always seems to go on and on. But it's okay, please don't beat yourself up or whatever you do, 'cause it doesn't do nothing but just break you too. Please don't beat yourself up. Know you made some
It seems
mistakes,
almost like this is him
know it
talking
means
to his
something
younger self.
when you live one more day. You gotta feel the joy and love till it hurts, and thank God every day you're still on this earth. You got a voice that belongs in this world. So hear me out, hear me out. How do you feel now? Please don't beat yourself up or whatever you do, 'cause that doesn't do nothing but just break you in two. Please don't beat yourself up. Know
The
you made
harmony.
some mistakes, but you know it means something when you live one more day, one more day. Please don't beat yourself up. Know you made some mistakes, know it means something when you live one more day, one more day. Live one more day.
I really like the vibe of this song. Um, Kind of the talking about like, things you're gonna do wrong in life, of course, mistakes you're gonna make, we all do it. Like, yes, there's a time to reflect, there's a time to look back at the things that have brought us to where we are and, realize that some of those things weren't good decisions and apologize for those things and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely. But there's also a time for moving on from that, forgiving yourself, and I kind of just enjoy that kind of vibe in music in general, like this uplifting idea of yes, we make mistakes. let's move on and not make the same mistake tomorrow. You know what I mean? I I enjoy that kind of messaging. I'm not sure all the messaging in that song. That's just like the surface from what I get. Also, can we talk about the harmonies are beautiful. This is my first time listening to that with headphones, and that really changes the vibe. But everything from here on out is purely unlistened to. This song already has 7 million listens, and this one has 6, so I'm not sure if these were pre-releases or if people just see the features and then want to listen to these first. I'm not sure. We're gonna give it a run though. Cry.
Promise I'm not trying to scare you. I know this life can be a lot, and you'll get caught up in your thoughts like my father. But he told me, whatever hurt you come across, you better get up when you fall down. And through the ebbs and flows, life is a push and pull. But for a tree to grow, sometimes
That's
it
a really
just
nice
has to
sound.
wait. It's not for nothing, feeling something, you know everybody cries. Cry, cry, cry. It doesn't matter, you don't have to ever keep it all inside. Cry, cry, cry. It's all around you.
What is this pad in the background that's like giving me nostalgia? My sister told me, by the way, my sister's a bigger Charlie Puth fan than I am. She said before I listened to this album feels 90s. And I'm starting to understand what she's saying because that is just a real nostalgic sound there. And it's a really nice, like this kind of punchy melody that comes with this. And it's like really, um, like this very staccato instrument and this very legato instrument that go together and really give you this nice blend. And he's really good at doing that. And just like the musicality of this is really intriguing me. I'm really liking the feel of this song. And then just some of the melodies are just so beautiful.
Like a lasso. So if you're ever filled with doubt, there is a line to pull you out from the pressure that consumes you. Oh, I know you've seen it all, but know that you could always call me. 'Cause through the ebbs and flows, life is a push and pull. But for a tree to grow, sometimes it just has to wait. It's not for nothing, feeling something, you know everybody cries. Cry, 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 cry. It doesn't matter, you don't have to ever keep it all inside. Cry, cry, cry.
What is this like? Kind of alto sax? Is that what this is?
It's not for nothing, feeling something, you know everybody cries. Cry, 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 cry. It doesn't matter, you don't have to ever keep it all inside. Cry, cry. Sometimes it just has to wait. It's not for nothing, feeling something, you know everybody cries. Cry, cry, cry. Doesn't matter, you don't
Okay, that's the feature. That's
keep
Kennedy.
it all inside. Cry, cry, cry.
Wow. Yeah, that's the feature. I didn't realize. Okay, that's Kenny G there. Sorry, my brain was like so enamored with that that I wasn't thinking about. Oh yes, there is a feature on this. Obviously, that's probably him because we're 2.5 minutes in. Um, that is musically just like I've really been enjoying. Okay, the most of my life I've enjoyed music more on the sad side, more on the dark side. It's easier, in my opinion, to write really moving, really beautiful music in like dark minor keys. That just seems to me to be more like it just goes with the that kind of style more to be like very emotional and very much so like making you think and making you feel things. Charlie has this ability to do upbeat major keys, like really groovy kind of styles and rhythms, and really still write moving emotional music. And this song is a prime example of that. I mean, yeah, this is like 3 out of 3 so far for sure. Um, let's keep it rolling, I guess. Really nice bass line right out the gate.
You couldn't count the grains of sand. No one could ever have the time. It's been so long since you've seen land. Can't even see it in your mind. Still in the ocean, I always stay looking for you. And when you surface, I know what to do. Even when you're washed up on the lowest tide, you never ask for help. Even when it's time, if you're washed up on a lonely night, I'll be the first one there until you say you're alright. Sometimes the seas can be unfair, they've never been known. First one there until you say you're alright. Sometimes the seas can be unfair.
That's the music choice right there. That's what that is.
Being kind, we gotta power through into these typhoons if we ever wanna see the sun shine.
Do you say these typhoons?
Always stay looking for you. And when you surface, I know what to do. Even when you're washed up on the lowest tide, you never ask for help. Even when it's time, if you're washed up on a lonely night, I'll be the first one there until you say you're alright. And no matter where the current goes, and you can't see
Okay.
through the fog at all, I'll still hear you cursing out to the sky. Why? When you're washed up on the lowest tide, you never ask for help. Even when it's time, if you're washed up on a
I was holding my breath there.
I'll be the first one there until you say you're alright.
Oh yeah, get the choir in there. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay, this is the kind of album that we're getting. Wow. So I should have already known this. We can expect like 50 different instruments in every song, which is just, I love it. It doesn't feel orchestral. either. Like we're getting the strings in there, we're getting the brass instruments in there, we're getting synths and basses and all that kind of stuff, and it still doesn't feel like very like much so orchestral music. It feels like, yes, this is all kinds of bringing my brain and my ear everywhere. And yes, please take me on your journey of wherever you want me to go with this because it's beautiful, right? That's what we're getting, and I'm here for that. I'm absolutely here for that. New Jersey. Okay. A lot of different styles that we're getting. I'm liking this.
There's nothing that fun to do in New Jersey, so I don't go back. This barely even counts as a party, and it makes me sad. It's where you made my heart break, so I lie to myself and say that there's nothing that fun to do in New Jersey. I'm never going back.
Nothing to do in New Jersey.
On the boardwalk, where you said to me, I'm bored. Always thought that this would be our spot. So you say you don't love me anymore. I found some sun last week, and how do you get back to me? And there's no way I can keep this or anything from the beach. There's nothing that fun to do in New Jersey, so I don't go back. This barely even counts as a party, and it makes me sad. It's where you made my heart break, so I lie to myself and say that there's nothing that fun to do in New Jersey. I'm never going back.
I'm getting the idea.
Thought you knew that this was a little fling. I've never been one to wear a ring. I live my life like a FIFA dream. I put some sand last week in the hoodie you took back from me. So I'm sorry if I'm the reason you ended up leaving.
There's nothing that fun to do in New Jersey, so I don't go back. This barely even counts as a party, and it makes me sad. It's where you made my heart break, so I lie to myself and say that there's nothing that fun to do in New Jersey. I'm never going back.
That's just sad. Nothing that fun to do in New Jersey. Yeah, so he's just singing about, man, that's like that hurts. Poor Charlie. He's just saying, so this girl that's acting, this girl that's the feature here is acting like his ex, obviously. And so, you know, she didn't see a future in their relationship. She was just there for fun. She's gone, and now, you know, Charlie's heart's broken. It's like there's nothing fun to do in New Jersey anymore. Like all the places, you know, it gives me old flashbacks to, you know, everything reminds me of you, like that kind of song. I can't do this because it reminds me of you, right? Like it's just nothing that is associated with that person anymore seems fun. And that's a sad thing. I have been there to some extent where it's like, you know, whatever you guys did together is just like kind of messed up now after things end. And that hurts because it's not just like that person that you can't think about anymore. It's like any of the things that you did while you were with that person. And that's not a fun feeling. You know, that's pretty brutal. So, don't meet your heroes. Sounds like another sad song. That's okay. Gotta throw some of those in there for it to be a good album, you know what I mean?
I was young and so obsessed. All my friends said you're the best, so I just assumed you were nice. I love the way you were a star. I love the way you play guitar. You don't even look like you're trying. wish that we never met. Every day I'm still filled with regret, but then again it made me who I am. There ain't a I would change except don't meet your heroes. They're not as they seem. I just should've kept you on my TV screen. Oh, I learned my lesson when they put me through hell. No, don't meet your heroes without knowing yourself. It felt like I lived in your dream. Did I hurt your self-esteem? I hope I make it in your memoir. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but I would never say I haven't said. You thought I was lightning for your jar. I wish that we never met. Every day I'm still filled with regrets, but then again.
You thought I was lightning for your jar? That's crazy.
Made me who I am. There ain't I would change except don't meet your heroes. They're not as they seem. I just should've kept you on my TV screen. I learned my lesson when they put me through hell. No, don't meet your heroes without knowing yourself.
Yeah, let's get a piano solo in there. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't meet your heroes, they're not as they seem. I just should've kept you on my TV screen. I learned my lesson when they put me through hell. Don't meet your heroes without knowing yourself. Oh, knowing yourself. I learned my lesson when they put me through hell. Don't meet your heroes without knowing yourself. Knowing yourself.
Don't meet your heroes without knowing yourself. I feel like that's fair because, like, he's kind of just saying, like, it might change you if you don't know who you are. Like, they might influence you poorly. And that's fair. There are some really crazy deep lyrics on that song. There are definitely some shots. I mean, there are some shots on that song. Like, I wish I would have kept you on my TV screen. You thought I was lightning for your jar. Like, I don't know who he's talking about. I have not a clue who he's talking about. And maybe he's talking about multiple people. Or just the concept in general. That's totally possible. But, like, if that's targeted, that is shots. Alright. Musically, pretty good. You know, slow, pretty pacey. Really nice piano interlude in there. Really nice different instruments, as with this whole album, just contributing to the final kind of product. Really nice audio balancing. Feels really good on the ear. All that kind of stuff, I'd say. Other than that, probably not much. Let's go for Home. This one has a music video, so let's see if we can pull that up.
And, you know, until it happens to you where you lose something, oh my golly, that's why you want.
Did I just skip songs? Okay, I just skipped songs for some reason. Home's next.
Through the rose-colored lenses and the white picket fences, no matter how good this is, it could never satisfy.
is with Hikaru Utada, so I'm pretty excited. I'll just say that I'm pretty excited.
Now I sit in the kitchen, through the window pane I watch the day turn to night. It ain't a mystery that every time you leave, that's when I feel the most alone. Don't you know that you're the one who makes this house a home? And so when
Okay, I don't want to keep pausing this. Actually, I'll go back just a bit. We're getting that bell pad again that we were getting in the beginning of the album. That's making this feel very classic, very 80s, 90s, and I really like that. It gives me a lot of, like, good nostalgia. I wasn't even alive in the 90s, but it still gives me good nostalgia. So I really like that kind of feel to it, you know.
the one who makes this house a home. And so when you go, it feels so cold without the soul. You're the one who makes this house a home. Hidori no jikan mo taisetsu. 誰にも妥協せず私だけのお城を築いた But it's you I was missing 君に毎日ただ
This is one reason why Hikaru Utada is so good. That swap from Japanese to English. So clean. It's so cleanly done. It doesn't feel like she has a weird accent when she's speaking Japanese. It doesn't feel like she has a weird accent when she's speaking English. And she doesn't even change her vocal inflection. Straight through. Beautifully done. I don't know quite enough Japanese to know what she's saying. I can catch a little bit, but
私だけのお城を築いた But it's you I was missing 君に毎日ただいまと言わせてくださいいってらっしゃい君がいないこの家は好きじゃない Don't you know that you're the one who makes this house a home And so when you go 夏でも凍えちゃいそう
Now harmony feels really good. Their vocals are so good together. Oh my god. Wow, oh my goodness.
It ain't a mystery that every time you leave, that's when I feel the most alone. Ooh. 当たり前になりそうな時思い出してほしい Don't you know that you're the one who makes this house a home And so when you go it feels so cold without the soul You're the one who makes this house a home
I should pause this. The main point of interest on this song so far, for me, is how incredibly well their vocals blend together. I mean, it is astonishingly good sounding. And especially for people across languages, across cultures, different. I mean, because the Japanese, the way that they speak is so much different from us. And I know that she's very much so. Like, her English is perfect. It's great. But, like, I don't know. It's very, very impressive to me the way that they have made this feel so smooth, so clean, so well done. That's the main point of interest for me.
目が覚めても君が
You're the one who makes this house a home. You make this house a home.
We knew we were gonna get that with Charlie. That kind of. Okay. Now, hold on. Let me just. Perfect. Okay. I will say this. And this isn't even a negative. I say that's a negative. Why is it shuffling? Off. I don't want to shuffle. Sorry. It's very well done, and I'm paying a lot of attention to the musical side. But I also want to give adequate attention to, like, these lyrics are beautiful. I don't really know everything that's being said here. I don't know some of the stuff that's being said in Japanese, and some of the time when he's speaking in English, I'm paying more attention to the musical side than I am the lyrical. But, like, generally, like, that's just a really pretty, beautiful song. Like, you make this house a home. Like, it's just a building without you. I kind of really enjoy that. I mean, that's even what we say about the church, right? Like, it's just a building without the people. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that kind of feeling because it's true. Like, there are very few places in life that are going to be special that aren't correlated with a person. Like, there might be a few, but, like, there are very few places that will be special to us without the person that, like, we connect it with there. And that's kind of the same thing that we were talking about with New Jersey. Like, that's kind of the same idea. And so he's just kind of pulling this idea through of, yes, like, places are special. That's cool. But, like, when you're gone, as in New Jersey, like, when I have my heart broken, I don't want to go back because it reminds me of you, right? And then in home, it's like, I do want to be here, but I only want to be here if it's with you. And that's a really nice thing that we're pulling the theme of this album through, both musically and lyrically. That's being really well done. Alright, I'm going to shut up now. Hey, brother.
It's amazing how the years go by so fast. It feels like yesterday was 8th grade. We were both skipping class. I still look at you the same I did back then. I know you're not where you wanna be, but you're not close to the end yet. You can always keep it in the family, 'cause blood is thicker than water.
That's nice.
Hey brother, need you to listen.
Do you say blood is thicker than water?
In the family, 'cause blood is thicker than water. Hey brother, need you to listen, please. I wish you could see in you what you see in me. Hey brother, you gotta make some mistakes. I'll be right behind you every step of the way. Hey brother. Hey brother, never thought the days would turn into months. We started arguments that always ended with a sucker punch. And I know you'll be okay, you're better every
What did he
day.
say?
The days would turn into months. We started arguments that always ended with a sucker punch. And I know you'll be okay, you're better every day. Ooh, and if you feel behind, remember this much. You can always keep it in the family, 'cause blood is thicker than water. Hey brother, need you to listen, please. I wish you could see in you what you see in me. Hey brother,
That's really interesting. We'll go into that soon. Using your voice as an instrument. All good artists do it. Here it is.
You can always keep it in the family blood. It's thicker than water. Hey,
Wow.
brother, need you.
He's doing that melody so cleanly with his voice, and like it's this really nice blend of like if you were playing this on a piano or guitar, there are some notes in here that would be off, not off key, out of key. They would be sharps or flats or naturals in the key signature. Or sorry, not in the key signature. They wouldn't be in the key signature. That's the point. It's something that's outside of the key signature. And that adds a lot of flavor, adds a lot of texture to a song. Generally, when you do that, it adds a lot of feeling, it adds a lot of like push and pull, and like really gripping you into the idea of the music. And because when you do that, you're kind of always hoping for it to resolve. Like the same thing that we do with sevenths, like minor seventh chords. Like, why do you play a minor seventh? Well, it's because it sounds pretty, but that's not it. It's also because you're pulling the reader, not the reader, you're pulling the listener back in to look for that resolution, back to the root chord, back to the 1 or the 5. And so with these notes that he's hitting so much with his voice, and he has perfect pitch, so he hits all of these right on. He's giving us this push and pull, this like resolution with all of his melodies, even with like using his voice as an instrument. And then you see that happening in the background too, and it just adds so much texture to the music. And he's got so many accidentals that it just, not accidents, accidentals, that it just like really makes you invested in what's going on, and you can't drag your ear away from it because it just keeps pulling you back in. And so it's really nice because this isn't even really my style of music. Like, this isn't very poppy. This isn't very, I'm not even saying that pop is my style of music, but like, you know, obviously the back half of the album is usually less poppy, less upbeat. But like, I prefer either the slow sweeping melody or the upbeat stuff, and this is somewhere in the middle. So it's not even usually what my normal style of music would be, but it works because he's doing it so well. So I just want to put that in there.
Listen, please. I wish you could see in you what you see in me. Hey, brother, you gotta make some mistakes. I'll be right behind you every step of the way. Hey, brother, need you to listen, please. I wish you could see in you what you see in me. Hey, brother,
Beautiful guitar solo.
gotta make some mistakes. I'll be right behind you
Technically not
every
a
step
solo.
of the way. Hey, brother.
Wow. Okay, this is great. Also, okay. Aside from the music, lyrically, I want to talk about something with this because, first of all, we don't have very many songs that are like this. Like speaking to your brother, like your blood brother. That's really cool. Need more of that in music. You know, we've got a lot of love songs. This is something I talked about with Alex Warren. He does a lot of songs to his parents, and I really like that because, you know, We have all kinds of like talking to my ex, talking to my girlfriend, and that's great. That's fine. That's awesome. Love it. But like, we could use a little more flavor in that department. So he's definitely hitting that. And on that aspect as well, this album is really kind of about that. If you think about it, what is Beat Yourself Up? It's him talking to his younger self. At least that's how I take it. And so we've got him talking to his younger self. Now it's Cry, which is him talking to himself now. Or, maybe just a friend. It could be taken as either, which is fine. Then we have Washed Up. Then we have New Jersey. Well, Washed Up's kind of talking to his wife, girlfriend or wife, probably. Then we have New Jersey. This is talking to his ex, very obviously, or that person that broke his heart. Then we have this one, Don't Meet Your Heroes. This is talking to, his heroes, obviously. Then we have Home. This is talking to his wife. Then there's this one, which is talking to his brother. So we have, yourself, your younger self, your friends, your brother, your wife, the person that broke your heart, all of that. And so that really adds to the flavor of this album. And also, even though they're all different, it still adds to the continuity. And that's just, really love that about this. So I'd throw that in there. Sideways with Coco Jones.
Never thought I would see the day when my words stopped to resonate. Never been down this road before. Maybe we
Wow, that's a nasty, groove. I really like this.
took a wrong turn. Yeah, we just had to let it burn. You didn't need to slam the door. Oh, this love means way too much for us to give it up. We let the flames get way too high. Even if it goes sideways, even if we scream out enough's enough, I believe that we'll always find a way to weather the storm. Even if it goes sideways, and eventually we run out of luck. Give you every piece of me till there's none left anymore.
Already my favorite song off the album. I'm just gonna say that right now.
The happiness, that's the only thing that brings me joy. The emptiness, that's the only thing that you destroy. In me, the gravity is drowning me, and I'm making up all these tragedies. Clarity comes to me, telling me to slow down. This love means way too much for me to mess it up. I'll never let the flames get way too high. Even if it goes sideways, even if we scream out enough's enough, I believe that we'll always find a way to weather the storm. Even if it goes sideways, and eventually we run out of love. Give you every piece of me till there's none left
That was a great voice. Wow.
Even if it goes sideways, even if we scream out enough's enough, I believe that we'll always find a way to weather the storm. Even if it goes sideways, and eventually.
The way that he does this with all of his features is unbelievable. The way that the voices blend together is just so heavenly, dude. Like, literally, go watch K-pop Demon Hunters listen to Free. That song, you are floating. I mean, you are floating while you're listening to that song. Their voices go together so well. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Like, this is just gorgeous, dude.
We run out of love. Give you every piece of me till there's none left
Strings are nice. Oh my. Oh my goodness, dude. Okay. Musically, the most beautiful song on this album so far. I don't even know if it's the best song on the album, but it's just the most beautiful song on the album. Like, that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I have to recover from that for a second. Okay, I'm good. Let's go.
Love always comes with some heartache that waits, a blind side that you don't always see. Somehow the best things, no matter how great, aren't always free. What changed? I owe you a minute. Oh, it hurts how you no longer look at me now. It's so strange, I'll admit it. Something like loving exile. Love felt like coming home. You were the best I ever known. We had it all for a while, but now it feels like loving exile. Baby, don't turn away. Let's give our love another day. I used to live for your smile, but now it feels like loving exile. If love was a game, I believed we were winning. So it's hard not to imagine my surprise. I thought this love was just the beginning, but for you,
Whoa, talk about some different voices. Okay,
it was just started mine.
it's nice.
What changed? Got lost in a minute. While I was still so busy in loving you now. So strange how we see it so different. Leaving our love in exile. Love felt like coming home. You were the best I ever known. We had it all for a while, but
Okay. I don't know that there's been a miss on this album so far. Maybe Washed Up? I don't know if it was exactly a miss. Like, just maybe one I wouldn't listen to as much. I will say, like, I don't know if I don't know how many of these songs would go on my playlist. Like, obviously, first two probably go on the playlist. Cry probably goes on the playlist. Home probably goes on the playlist. And then Sideways and Love and Exile probably go on the playlist. So, what doesn't? Like, Hey Brother, Washed Up, New Jersey Don't Meet Your Heroes? Probably. Like, what are we talking? Like 6 for 10 on the playlist? But that doesn't necessarily mean that the other four aren't great songs. I mean, you saw me react to them, you saw me saying they were good songs. It's just like I listen to these more. It's almost like more for the musicality than just for like the hype factor to me. And maybe that's because like this whole genre in general isn't really my style of music. And so maybe that's why. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just like I don't know exactly how to explain it. Like, um, great songs, great music, pretty solid lyrics for the most part. Um, but then there are just some that are like, okay, this is just like super vibey. Like, even if Change has become super overplayed, which it hasn't been yet, it's still gonna be vibey. Like, you know what I mean? And some of these songs just aren't the vibey type. So, great stuff. This is vibey. This is vibey. I really like that. 9 and 10. Um, we're looking at like a solid 7.5 to 8 out of 10 overall so far. Let's roll these last two. Yeah. Also,
And
Jeff
until it
Goldblum in
happens to
this.
you, where you lose something, oh my golly, that's why you want to be sweet to each other.
I woke up, heard the bad news.
Okay, this is one of those harmony songs. We're gonna geek out a little bit, chat.
Thank God I'm not in your shoes. I wouldn't know what to do. And then that's when you said, I'll never understand until it happens to you. Until it happens to you. Until it happens to you. Until it happens to you.
Okay, I'll let you cook. Okay.
Don't think about the future, it's alright. One foot in front of the other, one day at a time. I used to bounce you on my knee. One day you'll do the
I've pinpointed it. Ladies and gentlemen, they're movie soundtrack songs. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. They're movie soundtrack songs, and that's not even a knock. Like that, they're really great songs. But that style of song, like I just don't listen to all the time. I've pinpointed exactly why it is. Okay, let's let them cook. By the way, beautiful.
same thing. Be there for them like I was for you my entire life. A happy version of you's all I know. Never seen you so upset. I woke up, heard the bad news. Thank God I'm not in your shoes. I wouldn't know what to do. And then that's when you
if I could tell you one thing, well, don't miss a second
I
of
can't
it.
do it,
The
dude.
horrible things and the mess that'll happen and the ecstasy that'll happen. Don't protect yourself from any of it. But until it happens to you that you lose, you're going to lose us at some point. And one day I'm going to have to say goodbye. But there you go. For now, we're here, and I'm crazy about you. Okay, kids, here we go. Until it happens to you, go. Keep that in mind. Okay, bye. Bye.
A happy version of you, so I've never seen you so upset. I woke up, heard the bad news. Thank God I'm not in your shoes. I wouldn't know what to do. And then that's when I said, I'll never understand until it happens to you. 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 Until it happens to you.
Yeah. This happened to you. Happened to you.
Okay. Maybe this is not valid. That kind of ruined the song for me. I just like, okay, there are some songs I can get away with that. Like the narration of the song, kinda. Like Tame Impala, Past Lives. Yeah, it goes. So I was walking the other day. Like it goes and it sounds good. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I think Jeff Goldblum is cringy and he can only really play like that kind of character in my mind. Maybe that's why. Didn't hit for me. Probably least favorite song off the album. The harmonies in the opening were really nice, and then we got like this really pickup, like, ooh yeah, what's going on? And the lyrics were great, I think. Yeah, I'd say the lyrics were good, but at the same time, like, it wasn't really interesting for the rest of the song. That's okay. Last song, I used to be cringe. Boy, I still am. Alright, let's roll this.
I used to be cringe just so I could fit in and have a seat at the table. Time passed me, it did. I burned more than one bridge. Please forgive me if you're able. I used to dream of buying mansions in the city where they're acting in the movies that I love. I always thought if I got closer and I maintained my composure, I could live out all my dreams at once. I used to be cringe just so I could fit in and have a seat at the table. Time passed me, it did. Burned more than one bridge. Please forgive me if you're able.
It's a really good outro
I
song.
used to lie, say I was taller, and throw words around like baller. And they all said I'm doing fine. I dyed my hair just for reactions. Now I'm the one out here acting. Tried so hard it actually made me cry. I used to be cringe just so I could fit in and have a seat at the table. Time passed me, it did. I burned more than one bridge. Please forgive me if you're able. used to dream of buying mansions in the city where they're acting in the movies that I love.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're at the end of the album. This is, in my mind, the evolution of Charlie Puth. Really showed off his musicality this album. Like, he really did. There's no denying it. Like, he really just showcased why he's so good. And that's great. Like, that was awesome. There were a few really catchy, really radio hit songs. I like that. There were a few really deep songs, like that one at the end, like just kind of being retrospective and introspective about a life and how you used to be and like what you did to be cool or fit in. Love that idea. Definitely a lot of hits on that album. Like hits in terms of yes, good song. Um, really, maybe the only one miss was the one with Jeff Goldblum. And then maybe like Washed Up or something like that. I'd have to listen to it again. Sometimes it takes more than one listen to really get a feel for what you like. Um, really enjoyed, but like I said, the evolution of Charlie Puth is not what we're used to hearing from him. It is in some aspects, but in some aspects it's very like fresh and very much more mature and more life lessony than how he always has been, I feel like. Obviously, I'm not the hugest Charlie Puth fan, so I wouldn't know for sure. I'm gonna give that like a 7.8 out of 10. Opening track's really good, closing track's really good. Good upbeat songs, good slow songs, good features. Yeah. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments about whatever's clever. Brand new Charlie Puth. Pretty good stuff, honestly. Really enjoyed. Would recommend. And would definitely recommend with headphones. I feel like the album would be like a 6 out of 10 without headphones, I'm not gonna lie. So, alright. If you guys enjoyed and made it this far, appreciate your support. Consider liking, consider subscribing. Check out other content on the channel. And until then, whenever new content gets posted, the upload schedule is pretty trash, I'm not gonna lie. Until then, I will see you guys later.